Welcome to the Help in Daily Living podcast, the podcast where we help you navigate your days with grace. It's all about giving you practical tips to equip you for success in this life and the life to come. The episodes are biblically based with real life experiences. We challenge you to join us on this journey as we uncover the keys to unlock a successful, Christ-centered life. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Help in Daily Living podcast. I have a story to share. Some time ago, I bought a storage unit to store my shoes and handbags. It was not too long after that I noticed one of my suede shoes bore the evidence that mold was present. I immediately armed myself with my weapons of choice, various forms of disinfectants, cleaning cloths, and a finishing floral scented spray. I had gotten to work. I wiped down each shelf surface, wiped each item stored there, and I was very proud of my efforts. It was just shy of 2 weeks later that I noticed the evidence of mold appearing on my suede shoe again. How? I remember exclaiming to myself, I had just cleaned in there. I began looking on each shelf in search of the mold, but to my surprise, there was none. It then prompted me to look a little closer. So I began turning the storage unit so that I could access the back of it, and to my paw-raising surprise, the entire back was covered in mold. I immediately began researching ways to get rid of and keep the mold away, and I eventually took a trip to the hardware that day to acquire a wood sealant, which to this day has protected the unit from being affected by the mold. What I've gleaned from this experience is that mold builds silently. It's not like the Jack Spaniard who buzzes around or like ants who you see walking to build their nests, but it's much like sin and Satan, building silently when and where we least expect if we're not staying vigilant. I was living comfortably in my room, but the mold was building, just like sin. Matthew 12:43-45 says, When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there, and the last state of that man is worse than the first. To rid my storage unit of the mold, I had cleaned the shelves, but I had not ensured that the entrance of the mold was sealed, just like the man the evil spirit had gone out of. The evil spirit left, but he did not fill his life, his heart, with God's Holy Spirit. It makes me wonder, are we just wiping down the outward surfaces of our lives to appear good on the outside, having a form of godliness but denying God the ability to work in our lives? Satan is seeking to devour us, but God has promised to lift up a standard in our defense. Are you willing to partner with Christ or side with the devil? Decide today who you want residing in your heart's house. Choose God. This has been the Help in Daily Living podcast. Join us next time as we share another nugget to help you navigate your days with grace.